everyone. This is your lady, MsWhooshNotU, representing MsWhoosh.com and MsWhoosh.tv. As you already know, I tune into the nightlife scene, and what do? I do interviews. And guess who I have today? I have Jersey's own DJ Doughboy. Doughboy, say what's up to the people.
You see it. What's really good is DJ Doughboy, a.k.a. the voice of New Jersey, a.k.a. Coach Carter, on deck. What up, though?
On deck, definitely. Doughboy, where did you get your name from?
All right. It was a bad joke. I was a little heavier in college. So they was like, yo, you look like Doughboy when he was a little kid in Boys in the Hood. And it was like, it wasn't funny at the time, you know. The backstory, I was a water boy for the basketball team in college. So you got this little freshman kid with these big 7-foot people like saying, yo, you look like Doughboy from Boys in the Hood. And they was like, we not calling you Gregory no more, because that was my real name. We calling you Doughboy. That's your name now. And it stuck. I turned a negative into a positive. It's all good, though.
Definitely Doughboy getting that Doughboy all day. What type of music do you play? I mean, if I come to an event and Doughboy's on the ones and two, what can I expect as far as music-wise?
All right, that's kind of a trick question, because it depends on the event. Like, I'm hella big in the strip club market. So if you go to one of those events, you're going to definitely hear the Juicy J's, the Meek Mills, the things that are really shaking the block in a strip club. But then I'm kind of heavy doing like a lot of the grown and sexy stuff in Jersey too. I know that's kind of weird, strip club, grown and sexy, but I'm actually big in both markets. So then you'll hear the two-step records, you'll hear the stuff that makes them just do this. You know what I'm saying? Music-wise, it varies. What you get from me in any situation is my personality and how I engage with the crowd and things like that. I think that's what people look for.
Definitely, and that's important in a DJ. As far as the crowd, do you have any pet peeves with the crowd? You know, I mean, I ask this question often. Some DJs don't like when the crowd banging at the DJ booth, requesting all types of songs. I mean, you can't cater to everyone. All you can do is just try. But do you have any pet peeves?
I think all of that goes with the territory. I mean, you're in a building sometimes with 400 people. I think all of those things bother me. You know what I'm saying? The shout outs, the texts from your friends telling you get in.
Yes, I can imagine.
Yeah, you know, yo, I'm outside. I mean, all of those things, but they kind of go with the territory. I have more of a pet peeve with how political everything has gotten, more than the crowd, more when it comes to booking DJs and what you book them for, and everybody's tending to lean toward more of a political reason instead of a skill set. I wish things would go back to having a skill set. So when you see somebody on the card, you understand that he was booked because he gets busy, not because he's a friend of the promoters or like all that other weird
And
stuff.
definitely I can, you know, touch base with that topic. I mean, sometimes I go out and it's like, oh, such and such is going to be there. Okay, yeah. And you're expecting, you know, the music to be on point. And, you know, you get there and, you know, people create a name or whatever it is. And you get there and it's like, oh, wasn't that serious, you know? So I kind of understand where you come from when you're talking about the skill. What are some advices you can give to young DJs that's up and coming right now, that's trying to, you know, be like, you know, have the girls wear I love the dope shirts? Like, I mean, what is some advice? Because there's a lot of young DJs out there, and, you know, everybody want to either do radio or stay true to the you know, their city or whatever it is. Like,
Well, find your thing. It's funny. I was on a phone call with a young DJ today, and I told him, find your thing. Like, what separates you from the other group of people in your weight class? That's the most important thing. Find the thing that makes you you. With me, it was the fact that I was very engaging on the mic. That's like I set a precedent. For all you Jersey DJs, let's be very clear. I was the only person cracking the mic for a long time.
and how long have you been DJing? Come on. Come on.
Wow, I really don't want to age myself with that question, but let me
Give it to
let
the
me be
people.
clear. I've been getting money and been relevant since the 90s.
Definitely.
Since the 90s. Like a lot of the younger DJs that's coming up now that are actually big now, to be quite honest with you, I remember them as children,
Right.
14, 15 years old. Like a friend of mine came to a club Saturday, matter of fact, good friend of mine. He's like, Doe, I remember going to your parties when I was a teenager. He's a grown-ass man, yo.
Right.
Like, I've seen a lot of the big promoters that are like moving and shaking now. I met them when they were kids.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Basically, you like, you done followed the game.
I really have.
Yeah, you can say that you have, and
I don't put nobody out there.
No, you
yeah.
don't definitely, you don't have to, but
I
but
birthed a lot of things.
that's
here.
definitely awesome. What are you? Are you a DJ that can do collaborations with other DJs? Like, when you're in the booth, are you able to share the booth space, or do you? I don't know how that works.
No,
Or do you worry about, man, if it's two of us on tonight, is he gonna play what I'm gonna play? Or these are things that a lot of young DJs would like to know, because these are the things. Yeah, I don't know. Do you think about that?
Well, Joe Button called me Coach Carter, and that was for a reason. I was really good at making whoever I was with better. So I have absolutely no problems with DJing with another DJ or 3 DJs, or I have no problem with sharing knowledge or my experiences with anybody. So it's funny, DJs like to play when Doughboy's on the card. They actually look forward to it. Like, I'll get a phone call, yo, we rocking this Saturday. And it's like, no doubt, what's up? So because they always tend to take something away from the experience, whether it's me talking to them in the booth or them learning that, yo, this record could actually work. I never thought to play that record or at that time or things like that, or a blend or something like that. So I enjoy playing with other DJs.
Definitely. As a DJ, do you think that, for the nightlife scene, do you think that the DJ plays a big part in the night, or the promoter plays a big part? Who really, make the night happen? This is a touchy, question for some promoters and DJs, but we want to know.
It's a marriage. It's a real marriage. When you have a great promoter with a great DJ, you control the ambiance of your building.
Wow, that was a great answer.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I've worked with almost every promoter in this area, in North Jersey, especially if they do urban. I can say that, yes, there are promoters that don't need anything. They can pack a building with absolutely no promotion, no effort, throw an E-flyer out there and pack the building. Then there are other DJs like myself that I don't care if it's 2 people in there. I can create an ambiance. I can create a feel. When you put those 2 elements together, you almost can't fail. You don't need nothing else.
Definitely.
So that's a question of what comes first, the chicken or the egg. It depends on who you talk to. I would love to say, yo, the DJs are the most important thing in the building, so you should give me more money.
A lot of people have said that.
Of course, because you interview a lot of DJs, so of course they're going to say that shit. But the promoters are just important. They're just as important. And, and when you have a great promoter with a great DJ,
that's definitely.
The possibilities are endless.
Definitely. How do you handle DJ groupies? I know you have the I Love Doe shirts. You got the sexy, vixens wearing the I Love Doe shirts. Shout out to the sexy ladies out there. Holla at MsWhooshNotU. Doughboy says so. How do you handle the groupies? Yo. And I'm not saying the strippers are groupies, because they not. They probably support you, but
I love my girls.
No, the girls are separate.
Yeah. You talking about groupies in general?
They've been there in the '90s, and they at the front door right now.
Yo, you're gonna laugh and you're gonna think I'm gaming. Yo, they don't really like me like that, man.
You know what? I saw an Instagram post or something that you said someone said that you're mean to females or whatever like that. I'm like, really? It don't seem like that.
What? It's funny. They really big brother me up. Like, I've always had the big brother complex or the brother complex. Like, they love me. Like. As you can see,
all the girls love you.
Yeah, they love me, man. Like, something happened to me. These girls will turn this club upside down right now. But when it comes to like, ooh, I think you sexy. Ooh, they don't really be like, no. Hold
on.
They
love the dough.
Let me be clear. Let me be clear. Like, I've definitely done some questionable things in some questionable places. But like in the grand scope of it all, like when you look at the movement and the wave,
respect.
and it's so many women that's a part of my movement, you would think that they just throwing panties at me like I'm like the DJ version of Trey Songz because I do all the singing and stuff.
Right.
But nah, they love me from a different space.
Definitely, I respect that. What's the difference between DJ Doughboy and a radio DJ? That's I mean, my biggest thing is I think I've listened to you play. I've listened to radio DJs play. I enjoy it. However, what do you think is the difference?
The difference is, wow, I want to word this correct because a lot of my close friends are radio DJs, so I don't want any of them to feel any kind of way. But the radio DJs have to follow a certain format because they're on the radio.
Right, we know that.
So there are records that they would lean to or they would gravitate to because they're in the radio rotation.
Right.
Where I don't have that problem because I have no rotation. So I can play whatever I want, kind of all over the place, where they're kind of boxed in because they're used to playing the certain records from that box.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely, and it's a rotation. And
Yeah.
You have no rotation.
I have no rotation whatsoever.
Right. You're right.
So a DJ who's on the radio, especially one that's on the radio frequently, will be stuck in this same space where I'm not. And that's the only real difference.
Definitely. Wow, that was a lot, and I learned a lot, and I hope you learned a lot, because we here with your boy, DJ Doughboy. I'm your girl, MsWhooshNotU. Represent MsWhoosh.com and MsWhoosh.tv. Doughboy, tell the people where to find you. So everyone knows that you're the strip club king. Definitely, you hold it down. How do you deal with all the ladies in the strip club? No, I mean this is separate from the groupie question.
How do I deal with like the dancers?
The dancers, the drama, the fighting over your T-shirts because it wasn't enough, and they ordered the small one.
Well, just being testosterone in a room full of estrogen kind of balances things out. Like,
really?
Yeah. Like, so I don't really have a lot of problems with the girls. Like, I treat them with respect. I treat them with the love that they supposed to be treated with, and they love me back. So I don't really have a lot of that unless they drunk. And then, after they sober up, we good. But it's all good. I just treat them with love. They give it back.
Definitely. My last question is, I know that you are a lot of young DJs' inspiration. Who was your inspiration?
Wow. All of the radio DJs back then, Red Alert, Molly Mall, Flex, but a lot of the house DJs from Jersey. I grew up playing house music first. So like Johnny Dangerous, my man DJ Quasim, everybody who used to work at Random Access, the old record store, Scratch Records, and things like that, who helped mentor me. My man Taylor Clark, DJ Rockwell, my man Sir Charles. A lot of the house jocks took me under the wing and taught me how to play.
Definitely. So y'all hear that? He got the roots. He got the, the DJ roots with him all day, every day. So where can the people find the dough?
www.talk2doughboy.com. Talk to, the number 2 though. Talk2doughboy.com, or hit me on the blog. Talk2Doughboy at tumblr.com. It's like Rev Runs Wisdom, like with the strip club swag.
Definitely. And where can they find you on Mondays?
Fantasies. Actually, we upstairs in the upstairs room of Fantasies right now. We done kicked everybody out. I need to take my ass to work. But, we working on that. Arnold, don't hurt me, my G. I'm coming downstairs.
Definitely. Like I told you earlier, I'm your girl, MsWhooshNotU. Represent MsWhoosh.com. Whooshes.